Hello, I'm Brian Harrison. Welcome to another edition of the That's Life show, and I'm the host.
And I'm Thaddeus McCandless, the co-host.
And today we're talking about time.
Time. Time knows no boundaries. I think that's the quote.
I think, the thing is about time is, you get pushed into doing all this time stuff, and you don't have time for everything else anymore. Even videos sometimes. We don't even have time for that, hardly.
I have a good story about time. There's not, people say like, oh, there's not enough hours in the day. And I used to work 2 jobs.
Uh-huh.
I worked 3 to 9 p.m. and then I worked a graveyard 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. I went home and I got up at 1 a.m. and so I only got like 3 or 4 hours of sleep. Oh man, that was a hectic lifestyle. I do not recommend it. I will never work nights again. I would never want to. I never want to work a double job again.
Well,
I'm very content because I didn't have enough time to do anything. I didn't have time to meet people. I didn't have time for myself. I didn't have time for my family. I didn't have time for anything. I had no time. I was physically drained and exhausted, and just went downhill. And probably my social life was not too great because if you don't get enough sleep, you get crabby and you have an attitude. Nobody wants to be around you. This guy's nuts, and and
like that one time he came over to my house and he's like, Brian, you have so much videos, and he was like really seemed not really upset, but he was just like, I want more videos.
Frustrated was the word.
Yeah, and I need more videos. I'm like, Thad, patience. That's what it is. Of course I joined before you, a whole year before you joined.
Well, much.
And I was doing it from day one. By the time Thad came over, I was kind of giving up on it. I wasn't really giving up on YouTube. It's just, I was just doing everything. I just didn't know what else to do almost. And so by the time Thad came around, I had like 50 videos or so uploaded by the time he came around. And he had 2. So, comparatively, that's a big jump because I have been doing it a lot. So that's when we started the That's Live show. But anyway, time is important. And also, I would stress more than anything, more than having the best job in the world, is spending time with the ones you love. Especially, I realize this because, it's funny even when, women are like that. And it's important. I agree with them, that they want to spend time with the one they love. Like girlfriend or whatever. They're always like, honey, you're not spending enough time with me. I want to... because they want to, they want to be held, and you feel that, oh yes, I could hold this person.
Which brings me to my other story. Like all those big businessmen out there on the golf course.
Oh yeah.
They, here's a joke. The man comes home and his wife says, "Honey, we're not spending enough time. You're a big actor. You're a big businessman." He's like, "Okay, come out to the golf course with me."
That's how they receive it.
That's probably
do what I want to do.
Okay, let's do what I want to do.
I'd be surprised. I think my girlfriend, and she may correct me on this, if she watches our shows. I don't even know if she watches.
If you do, hi out there.
Yeah, and please comment. I'm sorry. But I like people who comment, so I know who's watching. And please subscribe to me also. So I can see your videos. Another time I spend looking at some of these videos, and if I like them, I'll plug them in. Say, hey, this is a cool video. Gotta watch this. Anyway, I'm always interested in interesting videos, but spending time. I bet you my girlfriend there'll be nights or there'll be times where you probably spend time where she just wants to talk, or there'll be times where you just want to spend time, like you want to watch a movie, and you're close to each other. You know what I mean? So time is important, but how you spend it, I guess, is important. And a lot of people, like my teacher was talking about. How this guy was so successful. You know why he was so successful? He said because he spent his life at his business. And I'm like, yeah. I wonder how his marriage life went because he owned this. They're talking about all these famous business owners.
Probably not so well.
And most of those big, huge corporations that own a business, their marriage didn't work out very well because they spent more time out in the office and more time trying to make money than realizing that people were more important than money.
Yeah, and also especially like. When you're like working all the time and you get off and you get out and it's like the sun is shining or it's like really dark out and the stars are out and you're like, oh man, I take a breather. I breathe in, I'm like, it's like everybody's going so fast, and sometimes
you just can't.
I took a walk like a few weeks ago or whatever, and it's just like it's so relaxing. You take a walk, it's comfortable. People are out there, kids are out there playing. The ducks are swimming in the pond. Just the little things in life. It's like if you stop and take a minute and just take a breather and just take time. Take time. I'd say take time. I need to take more time, just calming down, relaxing, just kind of just slowly living. But I'm too fast at times.
Oh yes.
With some things.
So, yeah, that's true. More true than you know.
More true than I know.
Christina was saying something like that with the Transformer. He's just too fast. You need to take time and spend time doing things. I'm like,
well, some things.
I'm not that.
Some things just don't work out well for me. You know.
That's part of life, I guess. But anyway, I think it's important, and nowadays we're losing. That's why we're probably losing family values. Is how we spend our time, and we're losing.
Oh yeah.
And it's funny, these girls.
Nobody spends time around the dinner table Friday morning. They're probably watching TV. They're off somewhere. And I think that should be a part of it. And
I also add this, and I may do a thing on marriage too. But time. Marry somebody who's not interested in money. And they find that weird because you're like, some of these, people are like, I want them to be rich, I want them to be well set. Even if they're well set, doesn't mean they're going to be that way for the rest of their life. But the fact of the matter is, if you put time into energy, make sure that the time you put into anything, whether work, marriage, or any of that, make sure that you understand what you're getting yourself into. It's like even with like marriage and stuff, putting time into your boyfriend or girlfriend, make sure that you guys can spend time together. And I'm not saying you have to be there every moment of every day, but you'll be surprised at being there sometimes, more than not. It helps you grow, it helps you become a part of each other. And, and it's more than money, when the world ends, who are you going to be there with your business going, no, I need to save everything? Or are you going to actually be there and being with the ones you love? So that's where your heart is, that's where your treasure will be also. And people notice that. That's actually a saying that actually reigns true more than not. If you care more about the things of the world, that's where you're going to end up, and people are going to ignore you. But if you care more about the person, then you're going to find out that your relationship a lot happier, and the work is a lot happier, and the people you're around, your friends, and anything that goes on, you become a lot happier about. So anyway, that's all the time I could think of talking about today, and I hope to see you next time on another That's Life show. Bye for now.